Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. It is time to continue with case 5. Which also means that it is time to get on with the investigation, part 4. I am expecting to count a lot of stereoscopes today. Oh, Jake's so excited for it. Well, I'm thinking of it also. Between last stream and now, thank you, Wild Woobs NK May, for following me, and I welcome you to the Dragonfly's Den Guild Pawnbrokery. Something like that. Alright, let's get on with it. We have stereoscopes to count. Jake's so excited. I'm finally gonna find out. I have a strong feeling that today's gonna be the day I finally find out just how bad the amount of stereoscope talks can get. Cause I said before, I'll say again, that's the one thing about Case 5 that has been hyped up to me from the very start. I know literally nothing about Case 5 of Ace Attorney Chronicles except their stereoscopes. And there's a lot of them. 16th of April, 1:26 p.m., Windibank's Pawnbrokery. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. False start. Don't know why that happened. I don't think I used the scroll wheel at all. I don't know why that started happening. Nah, I just alt F4'd. It started doing that thing again where, like, it goes automatically, because I think the thing that triggers is using the scroll wheel function on my laptop. I don't even think I used it today, so that was bizarre. Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please? Why is it now? You should go home and get some rest. Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. Your ladyship! Ow! I don't believe it! How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragged basher to sign that? I salute you! That is good work, that is. I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? A special blend designed for tea. Well, a special blend designed to relieve fatigue. Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes. I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship. It'd be alright if we investigate the scene of the crime, then. Do as you please. You know where it happened. Through that door behind the counter. Yes, the storeroom. That's where we discovered Mr. Windibank and Gina. Right, well, I'll be getting back to business then. Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector? If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. There are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working around the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the yard needs to investigate urgently. That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before. So what I'm saying is, don't get into me feet, sunshine! Come then, let's not waste any time. It is time. That's a music box. Do you have them where you come from, Runo? Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Oh, well, this'll be a treat. Shall we have a listen? We just started investigating. Why not? What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound? It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen in the room are giving you fierce looks. Everyone is judging us for wasting time. Damn, I'm gonna get judged a lot today. Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gracie to have a word. Harris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. She only controls their paychecks, in essence. Spade or shovel! There's the article ledger here, Mr. Winterbank's notes, and... What's this? Looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. Oh, look on the back. Some writing. Is there? Oh, show us, Susie. Show us. I can't read this! It's in cursive! Damn. Susan, when did you learn cursive? 15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposit, 1 gentleman's overcoat. Low amount paid, £1. Redemption deadline, 15th April, 10:30 p.m. Gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1? Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think... Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday. Foreign language. Cursive. The most incomprehensible dead language of them all. And is still wearing, which belonged to Mr. McGilded. It's fine, he's dead. He doesn't need fashion anymore. I never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a photograph, though. Didn't we go through this before? Yes, last week? It seems Mr. Winterbank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand. But this photograph of a cat, it looks very familiar, doesn't it? Does it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere Really? Really, Ryanosuke? Really, Ryanosuke? We literally have this exact same picture with the exact same notes on the back. Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. The same as the one Ginny gave us earlier. Wait, they're the same picture? Or they're different pictures, I should say? Of course! I was forgetting that she gave us that print. No, please. Yes, please. Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruto? Get out! Alright. Let the cogs turn. There they are. Yes, they are exactly the same. I've got it. These two photographs hide an amazing secret. Secret? What does she mean? Let's tell us, Cyrus, at once. Not the picture, Iris. Do you really want to know? Yes! You tell us all you know about this pair of photographs. Tell me. Jake seems so excited in the chat. I think we know where this is going. Cyrus, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here are Mr. Winterbank's counter and the one Gina gave us before. But is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints? Welcome to the worst conversation in the whole game. Here we go. Actually, it's not quite right. Sorry? You look carefully. Two prints aren't the same. Not exactly. They're not? Have another look at them now. There's I think one of the cat's heads is tilted ever so slightly. Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other? I think so. Very subtle, though. What's the reason for the subtle difference between the two prints? Ah, well, it's because they're a set, you see. No, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope!
Count it up, Jake!
Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment.
It's been a while, it's been like 2 whole weeks, but... There we go. Yeah, we're starting. We're finally getting the count going again.
Everyone in London is raving about them at the moment. Stereoscopes, let's talk about them. Ah, stereoscope.
I don't feel as though I've heard that word before recently, like just now. Stereoscope, that's the count.
Oh, yes! That's what Mrs. Sholmes showed us yesterday. See? There it is, just over there. Ah, yes, of course! That magical machine that makes pictures almost look... That magical machine that makes pictures look almost real enough to touch. Well, actually... It's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions. What? Really? You know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place? No, I have no idea. Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you. She's over the moon, bless her. Can we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene. I, for one, simply have to know.
I also have to know! Science demands an answer. Does that count as 2 mentions of the stereoscope since they're in, like, the thing? I mean, it says stereoscopic, so... Jake, this is all being left up to you.
Have you ever considered, Bruno? How our eyes see depth in the world around us? Well, I just opened them, and it works. The reason it works is because we have 2 eyes. 2 eyes. Shocking.
We have 2 eyes? What about the 2 that's on my face in front of my eyes?
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away. What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye. Are so slightly different. You get different view with each eye.
Novella would beg to differ, Iris. Novella is a special case. Do you think Novella divides all of her eyes into, like, left side eyes and right side eyes? Or do you think she would have to do each one individually? Every single one of them individually, including the ones on her skirt.
Yes, the position of objects seems to shift slightly. Exactly! In your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges 2 views into one. That's how we can see depth in everything we see. My brain really is amazing, isn't it?
Your brain, Ryunosuke?
That's so much without telling me. Ah, I think I see. Those pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right? Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. Now, if you can persuade your brain to merge the 2 pictures together in your head, you'll be able to see depth in these prints? Yes, Runo, you're beginning to understand. The stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to do just that.
Is it? Is it the stereoscope's function?
Yes, but as long as you have 2 images, 2 eyes, and 1 brain, you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
Damn, you need a whole ass brain?
You can? Really?
So Novella can't do it because... So Novella can't do it because she has too many eyes. Imagine there's going to be a lot of people who are like, I can't do it because I don't have a brain. Fuck, stereoscope.
Let's try it. Let's see if we can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope. Oh yes, I'm dying to have a go. This house, I really love this kind of thing.
Are you ready? Am I ready? Did you count? Are you ready? Did you count the stereoscope? could you count without the help of a stereoscope?
You need to be able to cross your eyes, that's the main thing.
Can you both do that?
Cross my eyes? I think I can't.
I don't know, I had trouble with it before, but maybe I just didn't look close enough at the pictures.
Watch me and see if you can copy.
It's so stupid! It looks so dumb!
Make your eyes do this.
Alright, is she going to do it? Alright, let me try. Hey, Raven Naruto.
So stupid! I love it!
This has gotta be a reaction image somewhere.
Just two anime girls staring at you cross-eyed.
There, how's that?
Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Bruno.
Trick is to concentrate looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time. just to make this dumb face.
Exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Too busy dying of laughter.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints.
Can't believe they actually made them go cross-eyed in the model.
Not by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Oh god.
You see two overlapping images like this.
Hate this. Jason start pulling out like the Kefla.
Hate.
Talk.
You see two overlapping images like this. You try it now, Bruno. I'm just going to have to give it a try, I suppose. The print split into two images for you. Now the next step. Put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. Prints should slowly merge together till you form a new single image in the center.
Wow, that's a very impassioned yes! Oh yes!
Listen, Naruto, it works! I can see it in the middle now.
It looks so real! Oh, I can look at it all day! Please don't!
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt. Your turn, Bruno. Then you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes.
Oh god.
Adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle. Like this, is it?
Chick really just said Dagakoto wo.
There, you managed it. So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
That's stereoscopic. I'm pretty sure you counted stereoscopic before, so that's another one for the count. I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
What do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Bruno?
You missed one? I think like... I think I saw one that I'm not even 100% sure you actually got, like, let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope, but I wasn't sure, like, if you... I wasn't sure if... because I saw another one, but I thought that was one before, I don't know, we'll figure it out in post if we need to, but... I will also say that I did make a command specifically for, like, minusing 1 from the count if that wound up being necessary. I think I mentioned it last stream, but it's just like exclamation mark stereo nope. Just in case we need it.
It's really amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly. No, some people find it easier than others.
Yeah, I tried it before, I could not get it to work, I barely even tried this time. That's a great name, thank you. I'm very proud of that one.
That's why contraptions like this exist. People who find it tricky. Oh, I recognize that. We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
There it is.
If I remember correctly, press this little knob here. And sets a pair of photographs in the stand at the back end.
Can we use that command on this whole case, please? You wish, but won't get us out of here quicker.
Still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
So I guess that little machine is basically your, hey, I can't do this, like, stereoscope nonsense. Just give me the proper image. What's the point of making you cross your eyes if you just have this device? I mean, it's basically like it's essentially a anti-frustration feature. Alright, well, Lennon seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently. It's basically an anti-frustration feature, like, cause, like, crossing your eyes kinda does hurt. And, like, if you can't do it properly, that completely screws you out of solving the case. There's not really much of a point to going through, like, the whole spiel to be like, here, this is how you cross your eyes to see it, when it's like, oh, there is a device here. But it's still, like, they definitely had, like, an idea of something they wanted to do for this case that was different. But then they knew, like, this could be hell on some people. This could actually be, like, hellish for some people, like, people who, you know, don't have 2 working eyes. Yeah, I was about to say, this also seems very much like a thing that would... This also seems very much like a thing that is, like, cool in the 3DS version, which was originally released... Blah, 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 blah. Which is originally released on the 3DS, but, it doesn't work! It doesn't work on a PC port. Just like when Magnus McGilded, like, flicked the coin at you, like, that'd be, like, a fun little thing in the 3DS version. It doesn't quite have the same effect on the PC port, does it? Yeah, I imagine that this whole thing, like, plays out a lot differently. I wonder if they even do, like, the whole, like, oh, just cross your eyes like this in the 3DS version.
But these little machines are so affordable. Surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them! It's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
I'm not in the mood to hurt my eyes, thank you.
Stereoscopic pictures. I never even heard of them until yesterday. We certainly learned a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll ever actually need.
You're wrong, Iris. Jake's gonna fight Iris in the VWA. Just to fucking be like, no, you're wrong, and I'll beat you up for it. Iris... Man, I can't believe out of all the people, Jake's gonna have to put Iris in for, like, a future VWA versus video game show that may or may not ever happen.
Certainly learn a lot about them, but I wonder if it's knowledge I'll ever actually need. Holographic print detected depicting a sweet little cat. Feel as though I have another print just like this one. Second white cat photograph. Oh, alright, we're out of there.
I'm more interested in the stuff on the back of the photograph, honestly.
Like, the dark red smear here appears to have been made by somebody's finger. You think it could be blood? Do you see any red mark as blood, Iris? That's a bit morbid, I think. It's almost certainly blood, isn't it? 10-year-olds today. Wow! Kids these days! Randos can really just sit kids these days! Damn! Isn't that like a Gina brought in here yesterday? Yes, having been entrusted to her by Mr. McGilded 2 months earlier. Full deposit, one gentleman's overcoat. The other redemption ticket was in the pocket of that coat. Yes, for a small box deposited 2 days before the omnibus incident. Can I have anything to do with all this? Nah. This is like in the 2 photographic prints of a cat. It really does look like Wakahai. It looks exactly the same as the first photograph at first glance. Well, that's what's so compelling. Actually, now we have both pictures. I could have another go at viewing them as a stereoscopic image. You could!
Can I actually? I don't know, I'm not quite getting it. I had for a moment, I think, but...
Such a hard thing to do. Whoever thought of this in the first place must have spent a long time staring.
I really do wonder if, like, this whole case is just completely different in the 3DS version now, where it's like... where they talk about, like, 3D or something instead. And instead of having that little contraption to, like, automatically show you, they just expect you...
No, they had to have had that little invention, like, in the 3DS version, too, because there was the Nintendo 2DS that doesn't have the 3D function.
Put down all those.
Those are where the pawnbrokers put articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy. Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
How much?
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know.
Like a doll? Or a chess set?
You're alright, Runo. Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junk as a whole, but you pick out individual things. Yeah, wishing you owned them. Even that horse statue. You know that horse statue, though? That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever.
Yo, I want Hans. Never did finish looking at this desk. I need to look at the... I need to know... Wait, we already know where, Iris and Susao stand on the spade versus shovel debate.
Must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn. Too much to think about. Better settle and have a clear head, if you ask me. Clearly, Mr. Winterbank was very careful when it came to articles in his care.
What about the spades and shovels? Excuse me, sir. You know. It had the mark, but I was wondering... I don't know what I was wondering there, honestly. It just didn't seem right, I guess it did remember my talking to the police during the last session. Calendar.
Ah, look here!
Oh.
Yes, a bullet hole. I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall. Presumably, Mr. Winterbank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
I'd be a lot more concerned about that blood if he was.
Ah, well... Sean's like surprises in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Sal, please.
Sorry? It's all there in the Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, you know. Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Probably in jest, perhaps. In jest? Well, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime. He doesn't do it often? He shouldn't even do it once! Forget that for now, Bruno. Let's examine this bullet. What's that around the bullet hole? Is it blood? Vicious red C on the calendar. Aha! I will be able to help with that. What? There's something like to save blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Bruno? I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris. I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold. There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types. Yes, what a scientific observation. So you need this. Oh no, what is that scary-looking thing? Apparently I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet. As soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does. Watch! Smoke grenade! Is that a prototype luminol? Oh, the color of the blood stain has changed. There, does it make sense now? I feel like that constitutes as tampering with the crime scene, though. Yes, I think I'm starting to understand. Good. It works on the principle that different people have different types of blood, you see. Yes, how wonderful. Chemical that fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. You can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at. In a flash. Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris. Isn't it? I bet Jane would say it's bleeding great. So, whose blood are we looking at then? I don't know. Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood different colors, so... Just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to in a flash! There's only like 4 types... There's only like 4 blood types too! Like... There's no way this thing like actually like fully differentiates between like people, right? It's gotta be like limited to just like blood types, right? More like 2 flashes, really, isn't it? 1 flash or 2, this could very well turn out to be a valuable clue. Definitely screwed that up. We must make a note of it in the court record. Green blood! Blood samples portfolio. Sample blood analyzed with a special chemical indicator developed by Mr. Sholmes. Different people's blood turns different colors. Is it really just differentiate between, like, all people? Like, will I get, like, 10 different colors of blood if I test 10 different people? That seems absurd. Keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. As long as I have reagent left, sure. Actually, there's a stain on the back of that one photograph, isn't there? I think perhaps we should see if that can tell us anything. Naruhodo, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here. I have noticed. I'm not that dumb, Sal, please! The red smear, you mean? Yes, it looks like blood, doesn't it? There's just how I picked up on that. Well, in that case... Yes, we need Iris. You should show us her before we forget. Really? We looked at this before! Game! Attention ticket, shoot, blah 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 blah. Winterbank's main shop, green blood. Green blood just seems wrong somehow. Does the police officer staring at the calendar have nothing to say about the fact that we just turned the blood green? Oh, there are all sorts of different colors. There are pretty pinks and purples too, you know. Like I said, everyone's blood is different. Wonder what color my blood would turn out. Actually, I don't want to know. fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I can get closed again. Oh yes, that's a folding stereoscope. Really? This is a stereoscope?
That's two.
This show showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. And for that, he used a great big contraption over there. Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. He's a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. This little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There's special stops selling prints you can use in them. I had a look in the collection myself.
Wait, I'm like starting to actually gloss over a bit. No, there wasn't any new.
I wonder if I can make money out of these in Japan. It'd be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway.
You think the people of Japan would like a little stereoscope? You can gloss over, it's fine. I need to know though. You will lose nothing.
This is a strange contraption unless you see pictures of things as they're right in front of your eyes. Makes you think. When Mr. Jones gleefully showed it to us yesterday, you're blissfully unaware that any of this was about to happen.
Nothing to say about this, what looks to be broken glass. Crime scene!
And that door, the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Great Ace said. Yes, that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. The little window in the door. Bank, face down on the floor, with Gina beside him. The accused legal representative, you have the right to examine the scene, Mr. Carvalho. We must make a thorough investigation. Yes, of course. We will. And that door, that's the real scene of the crime. Don't worry, if there are any clues in there, I'll find them.
Oh, do I have to... I guess I just move into there with the move command. Alright. More importantly, though... blood.
Oh, that looks like blood. I would say it's from a gloved finger, almost certainly a glove made of leather. Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
That sure is purple blood now.
Look at that! Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it? Something must have to the portfolio blood samples. Be an important clue. Though, it would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point. Well, this particular stain of blood... Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? You know whose blood this is?
I mean... someone did get shot in this room last night.
Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color term, but with a little deduction. That's right, I think it's clear. Myers, you know as well? You first, Bruno, what do you think it belongs to? Alright, I believe that this is the blood of...
Really gonna make me do this game? Really? I mean, clearly it belongs to Magnus McGilded.
To McGilded? Yes! After all, this redemption ticket belonged to him! Oh, you don't think... You mean that during the incident on the omnibus? Yes, I expect so. It's a very clear print, no small amount blood. The must have resulted from a fairly serious accident, such as he might have sustained on the omnibus. Wait, but if I remember rightly, the same injury was found on Mr. McGillis at all. Oh. We're trying to work out who the blood came from. We can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away. Yes, I suppose we can. I'll have to think this through some more. Who do we know was bleeding at the time? Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. So, they had to have been bleeding. Who else was bleeding but thrice-fired Mason? Thrice-fired Mason? You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there. Well, it was 2 months ago now, that case. Of course, I never met the victim. I'm struggling to remember his name. He's definitely thrice fired, though. He got fired thrice. Victim of the omnibus case? Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. But that would mean that this bloodstain was left on the ticket 2 months ago. Wait. Is this actually the answer? This is all like... What? Yes, I think it was. He brought this ticket here to Winterbanks yesterday. Oh wait, I'm stupid. I was thinking of the calendar. I was thinking of the friggin' calendar, not like the friggin' ticket. Ugh. Good job, Manji. We're proud of you. Hold on. Hold on, I'm not done screwing around. We're proud of you, Manji. Good job. Who's Mr. Winterbanks? You think somehow it could be Mr. Winterbanks' blood? Well, he would have been the last person to have handled the ticket. Besides, the simplest answer is the right one. But Mr. Winterbank had no injuries. Before he was shot, that is. I'm trying to work out who the blood came from. We can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away. Yes, of course. This is not a concept you can really grasp unless you blood before yourself! Would you like to bleed, Ryunosuke? I can arrange that for you! Only enough, I have accidentally cut myself before. Thanks for the mildly threatening advice, Iris. I'll have to think this through some more. Luina was bleeding at the time. It was Gina! She was bleeding! My! You think this is Gina's blood? Yes, it was Gina who brought the ticket here to Winterbanks after all. In fact, the simplest answer is the right one. Gina doesn't own any gloves. At all. Oh. Gina wasn't injured either, was she? Someone bleeded at some point. I'm trying to look at who the blood came from. Really, I hadn't been bleeding straight away. Perhaps my answer was a little too simple. I'll have to think this through some more. We know was bleeding at the time. Okay, back up. Okay, back to actually solving the case properly. He brought the ticket here to Winterbanks yesterday, suggesting that the blood stain was already on at that time. That was mere blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago. Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGillis was also wearing leather gloves that night. I ask you, whose good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to stop worrying about me gloves now, was I? I wish I had to give them a hand. Apparently does look like the leather glove thumbprint this mark. But we know that Mr. McGillis had no injuries at the time anywhere in his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on the glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason. Oh, sounds just like Mr. Sholmes. Oh no! Minus the quirky slip-ups, I hope. Ryunosuke, did you not pay attention to the last 3 guesses? Well, I guess 2 guesses and 1 guess in an alternate universe.
Quirky slippers is what I'm all about here.
Yes, I think you're right, Runo. Very well, let's make a note of this. One has been identified as Mr. Mason's.
We're all about messing up on purpose, and sometimes not on purpose. Did I show you my armband? I did show you my armband already, okay. I'm sorry, just give you the blood sample portfolio right back to you.
We identify differences in people's blood like this is amazing. You really are a genius, Iris.
Only sometimes. Although now I think about it, I was like surprised about like being able to identify different people's blood rather than just their blood types. But I mean, I suppose DNA evidence is a thing. It was not that far-fetched. I don't know. I guess I just find it a bit hard to believe that like she can identify like full-on different people's blood rather than just finding the type. Just with that one gun. Like I said, like if we. Like I said, like, she can't possibly have, like, all different colors. She can't possibly have enough colors in that thing to identify every single, like, blood stain. So, like, whatever.
Really, and I put our minds to it, we can really shake up Britain's chemists and alchemists. You could shake up Japan's lawyers and judges, couldn't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, for sure, even if I didn't intend to.
Alright, no.
His friends are working hard at their investigation, aren't they? We could linger here a little longer, I think.
The room where pawned items are kept until they're redeemed or forfeited. It's also where Mr. Windybank's body was discovered. 16th of April. The bank's storeroom.
Iris, planned it completely. Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Windybank's life was taken in this very room only last night. Ah! Wait, Inspector! What's it now, Sunshine? You just want to look at me and try to run away. I think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from just a little defense lawyer, do ya? Well, I've never seen her ladyship looking like that before, was the thing. I didn't know what to say to her. You weren't running away from me, you were running away from a 10-year-old.
A 10-year-old that controls his paycheck.
I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector. Eh?
Go on. Comfort her. Comfort her like your paycheck depends on it, Greg Z.
Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you? Ah! I don't think that went very well. Why? My paycheck! Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine. I told you not to get under me feet.
I know it says my, I'm just gonna keep saying me since I screwed it up the first time.
We have investigating to do ourselves. Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say! Wow!
We're gonna just drag him for that for the rest of the case, aren't we?
Curly. Inquire as to how Mr. Schultz's operation is going.
Inspector, have you seen my armband today? You did see my armband today. Okay, cool. Hey, Gregson. Can I get a sample of your blood, please?
Mr. Gregson, could you give me an opinion about this?
Oh, wait. Dr. Gregson, can I punch you in the face and make you nosebleed? It's for science! Nope. Just kind of the same. Gracie, would you like to learn about stereoscopes? Can you look at this cat? Gun.
This is a revolver, a real one. Quite possibly a murder weapon. It's taking Mr. Windbank's life. What's the matter, Susie? You don't really look like you're about to faint.
Well, just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh. Wouldn't it be the metal?
I've had issues with guns in the past. Anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with us yesterday, didn't we?
Right.
I should have to take my own life!
Fortunately, that bloodstain seems to suggest. Fortunately, that bloodstain very much suggests that this was not a suicide.
Must be the same gun. Last night, I looked through the spy hole in the door to the storeroom here. That was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand. The Windbank closed that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he? Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired. We can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from his revolver.
Nobody else has bullets for a revolver. It was only that one single bullet and nothing else. Nobody else possibly can buy revolver ammo. Bike.
Look at all these articles that have been deposited. There's stuff full of them. Can't believe how many there are. Bicycle, gramophone, musical instruments, and some enormous paintings. Look. These are different people's lives, quite quietly gathering dozens here together. Something very peaceful about the atmosphere in here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalked outline of the floor and the policemen shuffling around. Not much I can do about that, sunshine. These film reels, or let's just go for a gramophone or something.
BT, I see a clock. I see some ink. Is that gonna fall over and be used to spell a Russian word? Chest. What's inside the box?
Of all the articles in the storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Ah! What is that, Iris? That's the box file that my manuscript is being kept in. Oh! Iris's unpublished story, Hound of the Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this...
Fortunately, this is how this whole thing started, so...
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, you sold it. Not telling you. Let's check inside the box at once. Yes. Ah! Was there? Iris' story was there.
Oh?
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris? Yes. I mean, of course I believe Hurley means to be positive here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it. Really? It's not a very well hidden frown. There's a story manuscript. A long unpublished story that Mr. Schultz posited the palm burglary of the victim, Mr. Windibank, entitled The Hound of the Baskerville. That's surprising. This build-up, you would have thought that that would be gone. Hounds of the Baskervilles. How does this sound know the exact title of this unpublished story? Never did. Let's just have to wait until she's ready to explain it to me. So sorry. Nothing else? Nothing else, really? Just the name of the book? I'm like searching this thing, like, I'm like searching every inch of this thing, like, hoping that, like, there's something else. Like, there's gotta be something else, right? Do I have to wait until we get, like, prototype luminol for that or something? Really, probably be better for prototype fingerprints, but I don't think we're getting those. Anything else to see in here? No? Alright. At least I have marked the position of the body with a chalk line. Bank was a nice old man. Well, he was shot just once through the heart. Most likely the fellow died instantly. Then I felt a thing. Must be his blood then. Ah! I don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps... Just go on and change that man's blood. Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action. He's got blue blood. He's rich. So now we know the color turns when it reacts with Mr. Windibank's blood. It doesn't match our analysis of the blood stain we found in the main shop. No, but let's add this to the sample of the others we've already collected anyway. Blood sample portfolio has been updated in a core record. Iris? Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit. Yes, absolutely. So, how's Sholmes' operation going? Also, can we shoot Sholmes with this, blood smoke grenade gun? Crazy, it's not anything but Hurley. Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he? The thing is, don't mince your words, Inspector, please. You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is... No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well... Allison! Take down! Susana, take down! Give me his chips first! Yes, ma'am! I use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Versus the whole body insensitive. Whole body anesthetized? Is that even possible? It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep. Goodness, in the Empire of Japan, we can just manage to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction. The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for them to nod off, or so I hear. Now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently. Yeah, this is the thing I remember hearing about anesthesia is...
Probably one of the biggest reasons I don't ever want to go for any sort of surgery if I can avoid it. Too little and you wake up in the middle of the procedure, which, no, but too much and you don't wake up afterwards. Not a line I want to straddle if I can avoid it. And I have been trying to avoid it as much as I possibly can.
My. No one knows if the Aztec's still in the system, or the bloke's just plain exhausted. Anyway, all I can do is stand back and watch until he comes around again. Early. The moment he opens his eyes with leadership, I swear I shall get word to you. A surprise. In the matters of life and death, Mr. Trunks has to do things his way.
Is there gonna be like a bad ending to the case where Sholmes just never wakes up ever?
Yeah, the crime. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here? Shut! You got eyes, haven't you? Use them! Here's what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. Iris, could you lend me a hand? Now, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here? Oh, yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. Well, they thought the store was found locked from the inside.
Locked room mystery! Oh, man. You can hear Don's, like, groans of pain every time anything related to locked room mysteries comes up.
It was locked from the inside. The lock appears to be broken now, though. What the police officer's doing? Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in, as humbly as possible.
Oh.
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. Next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the vile gunner child. Talking about Ginny, she's my friend, you know, Inspector. Mrs. Strayed, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world. She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious. I tried to say she had the gun that was used in her hand. Oh! Presumably it's the gun that's still down there on the floor now. In that pocket, we found the key to the door as well. What? The key to the storeroom? You say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector? Correct. All of which was leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding. Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
Anything for the paycheck. Can I have your take on the Hounds of Baskerville?
Is that what I think it is? Your ladyship's latest? Yes, my latest story. It's called The Hounds of the Baskervilles. A most fascinating title, your ladyship. Fascinating! I don't suppose... To be any mention of my humble self in the tale this time. Good question. I can't really remember. I see. Well, why would you, ladyship? I was just waiting for publication with eager anticipation. You needn't worry, Inspector. I'm sure if you do appear, you won't be doing anything particularly remarkable. Wow! You're gonna be arrested, Sunshine. I didn't mean it like that. Even if I did, you wouldn't have been her ladyship's head off, would you?
Can I give you the representation papers again? No. I feel like we're not actually done here, but I don't know what else there is to do. Let's just start going to other places? No. Here we go. 16th of April. Old prison. Cell 13. Lucky number 13.
He doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment.
Oh, but wait a minute. Where's Iris? Well, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's a possibility, isn't there? He could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped.
My.
Why would you do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
I mean, I don't think Gina's the type to, take options that don't make her situation look worse. I think she's a little headstrong like that.
Calm down, Bruno. I was only joking, of course. Oh. Ugh, you had me worried there.
That was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. You don't fully understand the weight your words carry.
Dear, I'm sorry. I suppose the light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Scholes would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
Not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo. Really? You're not? You don't think? You're not gonna side with Mr. Scholes in this one?
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. Make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Yes, come along then, Bruno. Come along, Susie.
Anything different on Baker Street?
Oh, my manuscript. Scholes said he deposited it into banks and he had. So strange. What is it about this particular story? Why are we so hard on it? I heard you say I can't publish it. I'm afraid I have no idea. All you can do is wait until he's ready to tell you, I suppose. Oh, maybe. I guess Harley isn't in it enough. Maybe I didn't give him enough good lines. Yes, maybe. I wish I could say that definitely isn't the reason, but I can't.
What am I missing here? I'm pretty sure I presented everything already. Hey, you wanna look at this ticket?
Inspector, what do you make of this? Ah, what have we here then? A redemption ticket for an auto deposit here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of a stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket from McGilda's overcoat. The one that little diver turned up with yesterday. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Really? But you know better than me, do you? No, I didn't mean to, Oh, right, Gracie. This isn't the same ticket. Of course it isn't! Of course it isn't! I never doubted you, ladyship. So, what's all this about, then, if I may be so bold to ask? This is the second ticket. Second one. It seems that Mr. McGill, in fact, had another article in storage here at Winterbanks. Is that right?
We need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, good, because he's ever so easy to talk to. I think it was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGill's overcoat. Eh, you mean to tell me? Yes, there was more than just the music box, it seems. I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly. According to the details in this ticket, McGill deposited another arc here with Mr. Winterbank. Yes, I can see it written here. Small box, was it? You have any idea where it is, Tracy? Any idea at all? Is that article belonging to Mr. McGillen? Could be an important clue. Well, yes, I suppose it could be.
You have no clue, do you?
Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes, all full of hope and expectation. So much pressure! Elizabeth Mama's my chips! My infinite chips! There's no time for dog impressions, Inspector. That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine! There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it? Yes, of course. Apples are only held for 2 months.
The small box will no longer be in here, then.
That's right, it's been forfeited. Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop, where the forfeited items are offered for sale. Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search it at once. You're wasting your time. Oh, there are dozens of little boxes out there, hundreds even. You can't possibly know which one might have been Miss Gilded's. That information is not written in the ledger. Ugh. I think we should at least have a look, just in case. Of course, Alicia, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure. This is getting old.
The clock is dinging and donging. Oh no.
Ah! They turned out my skin there. How could Mr. Winterbank set such a wicked trap? I thought you set out to scare anyone. Is
that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh?
Well, it's tomorrow. We must establish whether or not you will be defending her. Maybe we should ask her one more time. You may have changed your mind.
Do you remember, Runo? Told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer. Really? Did I say that? Ryunosuke, please!
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Deadline for submitting paperwork is fast approaching. In that case, we better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again.
But boxes. Alright, fine.
Or Mr. Winterbank. Don't hurry, visiting hours will be over and we won't be able to see Jenny.
Back to prison! 16th of April, 5:41 p.m. Open prison, cell 13.
Ah, Gina, good, you're back. Ah!
At least I must have finished questioning her then.
Oh, how was it, Ginny? Was it awful? Eh? Oh, didn't bother me. Thank you for the papers. Or, remember we were able to investigate Winterbanks. Oh, right. I want to know how he got on. We've been never so busy. What's the point in asking? It won't change what everyone's saying. The ad did it. That's not... You know, we came to ask you for your final decision. Eh? What decision? About tomorrow's... Will you let me defend you or not?
I'll submit the paperwork now if you'd like Mr. Naruhodo to represent you.
Right, I see. She really lost her fight all of a sudden. I know what that feels like. Worry is just so hard to bear.
Hey Iris, look. Iris. Hey Gina, look. Iris' story was in fact in the box. Did you know that, Iris? Did you? Jesus, I keep mixing them up now. I think I keep mixing up, like, at the very least, I think I gave Gina's voice to Iris a couple of times.
Found this in Mr. Winterbank's storeroom. Manuscript of Iris' latest story. Oh, right. Well, that's good then. Curiously, the storeroom in Winter Bank showed no sign of being ransacked for items of value or the like. With one exception. Box file that housed this manuscript. It was you, wasn't it, Gina? Broke open the box containing this manuscript last night. Eh! You were determined to find out whether or not the crown of the Baskervilles was really there. That's the real reason you broke into the storeroom last night, isn't it? Ah! Why didn't you tell us what happened? Please. Oh? Alright then! Blimey, give me a rest for them eyes, Iris! Come on then, fill us in! Who done it? Fortunately, we don't know that yet. You don't say. Don't know yet, Gina. Mr. Naruto, all of us, know that you are innocent of this crime. While we haven't yet managed to work out who the real culprit is, there are a number of interesting facts that we've managed to establish. Oh yeah? Like what? Well, for example, the reason for you being there in the first place. I didn't know that when you broke into the bank that night.
You literally just told her about that, Weber.
We already have the representation papers and other documents we need. All you have to do is hand them to the court clerk. That is, if you'll allow me to represent you in court tomorrow. Nah, don't bother. Honey, rub them up and check them, would ya? The representation papers, or whatever they're called. Still ain't fancy enough to have a bin. So, what will you do in court tomorrow? I'll be fine on my own. I don't think you will be. Look, it don't matter. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. This is one stubborn pickpocket.
I'm not screwing around though. That manuscript.
Alright, yeah. Baskerville story. It's the latest Sholmes adventure, right? But it ain't been printed yet. I figured it gotta be worth a fair few pieces of silver, right?
That's not the reason at all, come on.
Oh yes, at least 5,000 pounds. What? So, you intended to sell Iris's manuscript, did you? No. Jenny, how could you? What? Wait! No, hang on! Of course I wasn't gonna sell it! All I wanted to do was find out if the manuscript, or whatever you call it, really was there or not. That's the only reason I was in the place. For Iris' sake, isn't that right? Ah! We knew why you'd done it from the start, Gina. Of course we did. But I knew you wouldn't do anything to me like that, Jenny. I just knew it. Well, I saw the manuscript in the storeroom. It reminded me of what you said the night before. Girls do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet. I'm telling ya, that manuscript ain't at Winter Banks. You soon see if you had a look. I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. I mean, I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere. Somewhere I don't know. Although it's wrong of me to doubt him. Oh, Jenny, that was so sweet of you. Alright. I'll tell you why I did it. Stop looking at me like that, Iris. It weren't because of Iris. That's not why I did it. I just wanted to know the truth, that's all. I want to know Mr. Sholmes was being honest. I could really deposit the manuscript in Winter Banks. Like I told you the night before, I never had a father. Iris is a lot ain't like mine. She's got her dad, only she can't see him. I reckon that's gotta be harder. That's why she writes her stories. They're about her dad, really. That's what it sounded like to me anyway. Last night when I was listening to what you were saying. Stories about Daddy? You mean They're not the adventures of a great detective, so much as the adventures of a great detective and his trusty partner. Well, that's how I see it, yeah. You're so thoughtful and so kind, Jenny. Yes, we never thought any differently, did we? Look! Give it a rest, will you? Wait a minute. Hey, all this chummy nonsense! Yeah, I ate it! Trust no one, right? That's how it works. If you don't trust no one can let you down. So leave me alone. Go on, Scupper! I didn't notice until now, but it's unmistakable. Right there in both sleeves of that overcoat. Some very suspicious red stains. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I think it might be worth presenting some of our other findings in that area of the GN now. Oh boy. You know, this ain't looking good for you, but I suppose that depends on what color the blood turns out. The stains on the sleeves of your new coat, Gina. They're blood, aren't they? Not that I know whose blood yet. I mean, if it turns out purple, we know very well. What?
If it turns out blue, this is gonna be very awkward.
Listen, Naruhodo. You don't appear to have any obvious wounds yourself, though. Could be blood that splattered from Mr. Windbank when you shot last night. Let's not be around the bush here. Trusty friend of mine will get results much faster than anything else. And take it easy, Iris.
Your turn!
Don't move, Jenny. I'm gonna shoot.
Oh, jeez. There's a whole lot of purple blood, at least.
Oh. Oh my. What the? Hit the sleeves? Whole coat is covered in blood. Of course. That color of fabric was masking the stains. That's why we haven't seen them until now. The blood reacted with the chemicals from a purple color. Matches one of the samples we've already collected perfectly. Yes, now let's see. Who had the purple blood? Ha! Yes! It was the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, the victim of the murder case 2 months ago. Knew it. What? What are you all on about? The victim? What do you mean? Rather uncomfortable situation, Mr. Naruhodo, but I think this makes things quite clear. His omnibus case is finally solved. The about who really murdered the brickmaker, Mr. Mason, was revealed. Oi! Would someone explain what's going on? Stop telling half a story!
This is how can I show you this?
Now at Baskerville's, there's this unpublished work. Yes, so Mr. Jones is telling us all the truth. He indeed deposited for safekeeping Bruce's window bank. True, but then it leaves the question of how Southside knew the full title. Haven't read it myself, of course. No. I realized I spoke carelessly last night. It was a dreadful mistake. I know that you must have your reasons for not telling us anymore. So sorry. Alright, about the omnibus case. You see now the victim's blood's all over Mr. McGillet's overcoat. In the trial 2 months ago, the defendant said this in his testimony. I ask you, whose good-hearted soul wouldn't rush to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start worrying about me gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand. If you look at this overcoat now, it's clear. Stains couldn't have arisen when McGill trying to pull a victim to his feet. No, that was what had really happened. The blood was splashed all over the front of the coat. No explanation for this pattern of blood. That splattered over Miss Gilded's coat when he stabbed the victim in the stomach. never run from the truth for long enough. There's no escaping it now. True culprit in that case, Mr. Mason's killer, Magnus McGilded. So Naruhodo. Horrible case is solved at last. I helped the man walk free from that trial. He died anyway! Who cares? It's all that twisted testimony, all that sham evidence. The proof is innocent. How can I have let that happen?
Manji helped.
Oh no. Did you believe him though? Did you believe McGillen was innocent?
I mean, I said he wasn't at the start, but that was kind of as a joke.
I believed. Or rather, I think I was trying to believe. I wanted to. I was believing in those you represent in court. The defense lawyer's greatest weapon. A weapon?
Lawyer's weapon.
Before we came to Great Britain, a great friend of mine taught me a valuable lesson. Being Kazuma-sama.
I feel like it's been a long time since we actually talked about Kazuma. Listen, Ryunosuke, we lawyers are only human. We can't know for sure what's the truth and what's a lie. Which is why we must resort to our primary weapon. An unwavering belief in our clients. That's all we really have.
Wavering belief?
Only when we truly believe what our clients tell us can we fight with everything we have for their cause. In any battle, there can be no victory without faith. So I believe you, unwaveringly.
What's funny, Gina? Oh, sounds like in this empire Japan you come from. Everyone must be soft. Come on, this mess has got you into believing in that bog-trotter. Yes, he inadvertently helped a murderer walk free. Well, at least you've learned your lesson now, eh? Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let down your guard, you've had it. Take a leaf out of my book. Believe no one. Get hurt by no one. May I ask you something? What? Just to make absolutely sure. What would you like us to do with these representation papers for tomorrow's trial? How many times do I have to say it? Rip them up and chuck them away! Are you really sure that's what you want? Well, that's what he wants all now. Mr. I'm a believer lawyer over there. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I let everyone up the garden path. Don't forget it was me in that trial 2 months ago. I let everyone up the garden path, didn't I? And you're telling me you can believe in me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel like I'm trusting you after everything that's happened.
Is this gonna be an actual decision, or is this gonna be like way back in the second case of the first game where it's like, yeah, no, good luck on your own, kid.
Nah. What choice do I really have here? I have to believe in her. Or I can hardly believe myself that I'm making this choice in spite of everything. Let's just put down the one of life's little curiosities. You know, let me say it again. Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial. Eh? You half-baked? I know. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you? What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth. Seriously, this is Naruhodo. Didn't you hear all what I said before? I'm a born liar. This just tripped off me tongue. I'm a diver, don't forget. Pulled the wool over your ass 2 months ago and got in all sorts of trouble. Why'd you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. You know, do understand why you choose not to put your trust in others. I assure you, there's more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean? Where we live in, it's full of people you would do very well to trust, who won't ever let you down. True that I'm just a student of law and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. You've had 3 trials! I mean, 3 is not that great, but still! You technically won all of them! I can promise you this. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I'm completely on your side. What? What do you expect me to say to that? That's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparation for tomorrow's trial. You'd be ashamed to throw them away now after there's been penned with your name so beautifully. Do what you like. You be some law. I don't know what you are. I'll get you. She's taking herself off to the back of her cell. She never admitted. I hope she's feeling relieved. Turned out alright in the end, I think. Whoever's hiding there, show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice. Susato? Somebody's there in the shadows. I can sense it. Somebody who wasn't there before. What? Oh? Jones, is that you? Not me, a shopper. Oh no, it's Grexy. I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts. What the fuck? Like the art stealth I've heard so much about. If anyone's being stealthy, it was you, Inspector. Grexy? Oh, dear me, I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you. Well, you've been listening in on our conversation. Good grief, listen in! No! I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave even though it was after hours. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, not a moment earlier. What's all this? Nothing untoward, nothing at all. After hours? Is that late already? So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye and bye. That's a lot of farewells, and not one of them appropriate for her ladyship. Oh, but I want to have a chat. I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute. I see. That's a shame. If we don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with shoppers, Lord Strongheart will, well... Emergency? Lord Strongheart? Nothing! Forget saying anything! Anyway, I'm off! Alright, Grexy, if you have to, let's chat soon. See you later! Tom, can't wait! Please, my pleasure! That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere. This is so funny. He says such silly things. Apparently entertaining to see Inspector of the Police fawning to a 10-year-old girl. But anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court. Let's attend the court clerk's office now before it closes. Yes, of course. Thank you, Miss Susato. Are you actually leaving? At least for Iris home now. I'll meet you there later. I mean, they did make Maya leave at the end of the first game. Our investigation came to an end. Valentine wants to file the necessary papers for my defense of Regina the following day. Then it hit me. No longer suppressed the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides. Tomorrow, Valentine would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan. 15th of April, 11:13 p.m. Naruho's legal counsel, Consi. If Susano's actually leaving, we gotta get an explanation for how she knew about the Hound of the Baskervilles now. Hello, son. It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I hope you're not too exhausted. What you, Sao-san? Today's been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Shums was shot before her eyes. She was arrested. On the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and that she must return to Japan at once. Hope your father recovers soon. Thank you for your kind words. The way it is. My thoughts rage in my head like a storm. Yeah, I seem unable to find the words to express any of them. I know exactly what you mean. Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow. One final task?
We're talking about the spade and the shovel one last time.
What's the matter with me? Why am I examining things at a time like this? It's my last chance to talk to Sao-san before she leaves.
But spade and shovels screwing around. Come on, don't you at least want to go into her room? Maybe wait till after she leaves.
Just 2 months since we arrived in London, we've managed to establish this office, finally feeling as though we were settling in. I'd be lying if I said I felt no regret. I'm so sorry, Sao-san. Just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I had no time to gather my thoughts. I know we've only been here a short time, but my limited experience at the courtroom, I feel I've learned something. What would that be? It seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities. Facets? Like a jewel, the light plays often in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. We only see a small number of the total facets, and what's illuminated is only a part of the whole story. What lies in the shadows, what do those facets we cannot see look like? As there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live. So true. Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. He told me that one day it will all become clear. All the facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together. Oh, son. I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even though the way sometimes seems dark. So even if it's just been 2 months. So much. Sorry? What? Oh no, it was nothing. Unimportant. Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning? Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. She'll be leaving here at 4 AM. 4 AM! I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station. Absolutely not. Sorry? I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that. You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow. Yes, trial. Yes, I know, but every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gia's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep. Please, for me, you try. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What do you mean? Oh my, I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this. What is that? Some huge bundle of documents? My notes, from the case 2 months ago. Murder was committed on the omnibus. A gilded case. It seems to me that this case of Mr. Winterbank's murder, which Gina is accused, very much tied up with that omnibus case, ways that are not yet completely apparent. I took the liberty of consolidating my reins about the case for you. Everything else she's had to think about. How some still managed to do this? All neatly laid out for me here in her beautiful handwriting. My pleasure. I can only hope that will bolster your I can only hope it will bolster your case tomorrow for Gina. Thank you so much, Sao-san. I'll do my best to use it wisely. You really have the best judicial assistant in the world. How many judicial assistants are there? Well, that's extremely flattering. Sorry to say that I've been a complete failure. Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there. Oh, ignore me, I was just mumbling to myself. McGill case notes. It was collated by Mr. Saab of the McGill case that we worked on 2 months ago. I didn't present the manuscript because I thought I was gonna get to present that and find out. No, come on! Well, it's getting rather late. Go to bed now, Naruto-san. Let's finish packing up my things in my room. Now, son, I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night. Wait! There's something I need to say! Hiya!
One last one for the road.
What was that?
Secret technique of mine. Susao, shut down.
Shut down!
Been so long since we've seen her upside down like this.
Please, I implore you. To voice our goodbyes. Won't be able to hold back my tears.
You never told me about the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Sao-san. It really had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, and Gina opened up to us, learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted. Like the idea of sleep seemed impossible. I forced myself to close my eyes, still upside down from getting shut down. As a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually my fatigue triumphed, fell into a deep sleep.
Is that really gonna be a mystery for the next game? 17th of April, small hours. In Stenhouse Hospital, Ward 3. Yes, I quite understand.
That's a great way off my mind.
Rest assured, I shall put everything in place, exactly as we have discussed.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with you, Mr. Sholmes.
On the contrary, pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell, and Godspeed. My dear madam. Yeah, I have a feeling it was those two speaking to each other.
I had to wonder. This is something that's been on my mind for a little bit now. The whole reason that Susao came to London in the first place actually to take the Hound of the Baskervilles? How did they find out about the Hound of the Baskervilles manuscript? Like, presumably, like, they already knew about the Sherlock Holmes or the Sherlock Holmes story. Don't want to get bonked by the lawyers. Don't want to get sued. Sherlock Holmes. But how did they find out about the Hound of the Baskervilles? Following morning, Susao-san was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets.
Seems like we still have the, thing.
Now the Baskervilles. That's right, use Dice Notes to write it. I think it's a great story. I know my Hurley's forbidden me to publish it. Now it's strange, isn't it? That's the problem with the title? As Mr. Schultz is a family friend of someone who has that name or something? Well, it doesn't have quite the same ring to it, but I could change it to the Hound of the Naruhodos. I'm fairly sure that Mr. Schultz is a friend of someone who has that name too.
Nah. seems like we still have this manuscript, but then again, we had a similar case in the very first case where, like, the game was like, yeah, this evidence is destroyed now, and you can still, like, examine it in detail in the court record.
It began an even longer day than the last, one that I would remember for the rest of my days. 17th of April, 9:32 a.m. The Old Bailey, Venice antechamber. Morning, Gina.
I'm guessing they took your overcoat away because it was covered in blood. You're welcome.
Considering I prove your innocence today, sure we can do it. Where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, you're in the fancy dress. Susardo, or however you say it. I don't know. Ah, Mrs. Sal had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. Alright with that, are you? Forget about me, if you like. Go see her off. It's fine. That's what Mrs. Sal and I won't meet again. One day.
One day, in the sequel, we'll meet again.
Even so, you, Gina, you only get one chance. Try today is all we have.
Morning, you two. There she is. There's Wagahai.
How you feeling, Ginny? This man's asleep. Iris, what are you doing there? I'm taking over Susano for this trial. What do you mean? When friends in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Ah, Waggy! Great way to show your support, kitty.
That's how cats are.
Don't have a nose around. What am I gonna do?
There's a nice picture there I'm sure a cat would love to scratch up.
Oh, that reminds me, about paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo? Diddy? Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. Yeah, I always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Yeah, that question always gives away people's personalities. Well, let's not go there. Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. Working on Malvarina's fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? Bad news was a weather report? Oh, that Susie may have trained to Dover, and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port. Gosh, yes. Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecasted to subside this afternoon. Seeing the train's delayed, it should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it?
It's good news that literally hinged on hearing the bad news first.
Don't give them monkeys, really. Only all good news cancels out the bad. Look, the trials made the headlines too. Hamburger perishes in purse plunder. See? How do you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care. I can't because you're covering your face. Don't worry, everyone will show everyone that this headline is nonsense.
Isn't it literally a thing that you can't, like, implicate the defendant of a trial in the news? Granted, there's so many other things that... There's so many other, like, little laws that is being broken every single trial that really doesn't matter one whit anymore, but still.
Well, then in tomorrow's papers, headlines will be... Discharged divers, thoughtless do-getter. Isn't that right, Rulo? Oh, yes, let's hope so. Of course I will. I have absolute faith in you. What was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did? Like she was still here.
Today's paper! Morning's paper posted by Iris. Gina's case features prominently. There's absolutely gotta be more than that.
Look then, Rulo. I'll do what I can. Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still.
I still got the smoke grenade gun! I'll shoot everyone in the court if we need to!
I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you more support and encouragement. I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest. But, thank you, Iris. Very kind of you. Oh yeah, Iris. Yesterday? Well, I was wondering is all. About Sholmes. Did they fix him up alright? Yes, preparation was a great success. But Harley still hasn't come around yet. Eh? Ask a friend of mine at Scotland Yard. That telegram as soon as he wakes up. Still nothing. Jack Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. Oh, right. No, Susao-san, no, Mr. Sholmes. All down to me today.
Sholmes has never been in the courtroom once with us! Even missed the last cases! Even missed the last case completely! Come on!
All down to me today to prove that Gina's innocent of this crime.
Mr. Illustrate, counsel for the defense, the trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
About time then. Yes, let's go, Gina, Iris. Lead the way, Runo. Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure her victory here. I learned anything from my great friend. That I don't cut enough people's hairs off. April, 10 a.m. The Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. Trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Mrs. Gina Lestrade. I'll call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready!
Lord Van Zeeks.
My lord.
Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service?
It was some 5 years ago, my lord.
Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. Here you are again today. But there are some circumstances which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior. What one might describe as your former life 5 years past. You dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
Really? We knew this!
Today you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. Because I find that more than a little befuddling, Counsel.
The new protagonist needs a new prosecutor to go up against him constantly. I'm just doing my Ace Attorney duty, Your Honor. There are 2 types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large. It means Mr. McGilly who defended against the Reaper 2 months ago. Yes, I just about managed to work that out, thank you. That is McGilly. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies when we effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confident tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East. The Nipponese.
That's racist! That is, like, straight up racist. Jesus!
What? Did you really just say that?
This goes beyond a microaggression. This is absolutely a macroaggression.
He means you now, Runo. I actually managed to work that out too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? The torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zeek's eyes. Is that directed solely at me? Or are we talking about all Japanese people?
Alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zeeks. Alarmingly so. You might need to go in for sensitivity training of some type, Lord Van Zeeks. I don't think we have that at this point in time yet, so carry on, I suppose. We're all about casual racism here in the 1900s. Still, the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all of London's malefactors.
Your lordship is too kind.
Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Okay, literally, there's only like one new face. Isn't that the Russian? Isn't that the Russian criminal at the end there? There's two. I don't recognize the third guy, but isn't the 6th dude like the same criminal from like the newspaper? You already hear the evidence placed before you and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant. New in quotation marks for the 6th guy. For Lieutenant of the British Army here, don't you know? Just like me, we're born ready. How come you get? Why did your wife get? That means the papers that was like, hey, you're being summoned for judiciary duty, got sent to the same house twice. I mean, it has been 2 months, so I guess it couldn't have been like back to back, but still. Crockery, clean, cutlery, and clean conscious. This lordship smiles very appropriate here, I think. You are still in chair number 2's chair. You're in like the exact same chair you were before, lady. No. Here we go! Everything will be stereoscopic in the future! Absolutely, absolutely everything! And I'm ready for it! I'm so ready for this! Also, don't forget we have a cow! The 18th talk of stereoscopes has brought us 100 messages today. This is too good. I don't understand it. That can't have left in there. It's not possible. But could I have? Why are you in Dr. Skeb? Were you responsible for? Are you a doctor? I'm concerned now. I'm in a dispensable society. Stop. People-centric future awaits. Stop. Jesus Christ. Bell! Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. Listen, I can't hear this fucking guy. Hey! Also, hey, yo, Bell. I like this dude. He's got Bell with him. He's one of Bell's cousins. I don't think he's white enough to be Bell, but a relative of Bell's. A different Bell from maybe a different life of Bell. Maybe Bell comes out completely different ways in each new life. It is the 1900s. I'm sure he has plenty of time to bleach. Is something wrong, Bruno? Oh, not exactly. It's just I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? There should be way more people in London! You don't need to keep bringing back the same people! That is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know. Okay, we are acknowledging that. If I've been led to believe, something tells me I'm being duped. You didn't want to make more jurors. Okay, you know what? That's a reasonable explanation. Very well. No, Lord Van Zeeks. What calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case?
As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder.
We gotta look at that guy's dopey cross-eyed expression every time he reacts.
The victim, Mr. Popwin, the bank proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. Prosecution presents this photograph print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests the bullet pierced the man's heart,
resulting in near instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. The report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory.
And what's that supposed to tell us?
It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself. Someone like the accused, you might say. The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord. Indeed, the court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. Autopsy report. Report prepared by the Scotland Yard coroner confirms instant death due to a single bullet wound from the back. There were no other signs of trauma. Crime scene photograph. Photograph of the victim found murdered in the storeroom shows a single bullet wound in the man's back. I now ask that the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. While I'm thinking of it, I also wanted to look at that, I really should look at the case notes as well. I haven't been looking at the recent evidence. Omnibus murder case summary. Victim found deceased on the last scheduled omnibus on the day after a stab wound to the abdomen. Mason Milverton. Huh, we actually get a full name. Rice fired Mason Milverton. Mason Milverton, male. Brickmaker, East End of London. Ivan McGill, blah 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 blah. Fisher was assured with three eyewitness testimonies. However, the surprise fourth witness's testimony resulted in a acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Heh. That sure is front page news.
Can't find anything out, please.
Huh? Oh.
Homework parishes pick purse plunder. How awful! Virginia, I mean. Tomorrow's headline will be the search diver's dauntless do-gooder, right? Yeah, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger. Bigger? How? Grab a pickpocket, protects planet post-trial, perhaps. Protects planet? Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now! It's going to be so great!
Iris, please. What's the other side of the paper say, though?
It's a sensational story, one lower down the front page as well, look. Ministry mole, classified secrets may have been leaked overseas for Ministry of Justice.
Oh. That kind of supports my thought that maybe somehow... Why would like the manuscript of the Hound of the Baskervilles be like some government secret though?
Her 10-year-old. Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of the world news. About secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations. Communications are being intercepted? How would somebody be doing that? That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new courier, Bruno? No, of course not. Wonder. This is what Lord Stronger was talking about yesterday. Yes, it could be. It could explain why he has Grixie running from pillar to post at the moment. Contains an article about government secrets being leaked to foreign agencies. Autopsy report. Pop win the bank. Pawnbroker at Baker Street. 16th April, 1 to 1:30 a.m. Wait, coroner Dr. Stevens? Postmortem findings. Single bullet wound in the upper half of victim's back. No other visible signs of trauma. Instant death from... Excuse me. Booster on Terrier. Revolver producing a direction from the back towards the front. Laceral anterior bullet wounds to the heart. Bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. There's a bullet wound. There's a bullet wound in his back.
Yeah, you can just barely see blood under him. It's dark.
As the Torch turns attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. The proprietor was found in the storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him. And there was room with a single entry door to the shop that was found locked.
Okay, can we talk about... So if he got shot in the heart in the back and he fell like that, why the fuck did Gina, like, fall down? Clearly there wasn't... Clearly he didn't struggle after the fact.
The doorless room with a single plank entry door to the main shop that was found locked. In this sealed chamber, there were only 2 persons present. Victim Mr. Winterbank, the accused. A further interest what to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, he had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet.
Well, that's it then, is it? Nothing more to say. Who's that grubby little girl pickpocket anyway? He's one of those filthy drafts that live in the slums in the East End.
Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands.
What are you just waiting for? Like, oh, guilty as hell! You can't judge the conclusions here. You must assume her killed because of what she has to do to survive.
Oh. Here we go.
I learned Nipponese friend. You have come to conclusion. Prosecution has barely begun presenting the case. Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
Witnesses who were almost certainly there to rob the place themselves! Lord gracious!
Whether their testimony of this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pick purse or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing truth.
We'll take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. And then to the bailiff, please, Lord Van Zeeks.
At once, my lord.
I seen floor plan. Plan of Winterbank's pawnbrokery at the scene of the crime. Shows the relative positions of the main shop in the rear storeroom. Left. Winterbank's gun belonging to the victim, Mr. Winterbank, that Gina was holding when she was found unconscious. There are signs of a single discharge.
This isn't good. I feel like the moon here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Runo. I think that's because it has.
Certainly turned gloomy for us.
Let us begin.
Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Winterbank on 16th April of this year.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
Name's that Skulkin. Occupation is a baddie. Professional baddie. Excuse me?
Name's Ringo Sulkin. Occupation's same as him.
Miles Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector.
Are we really gonna bite anything these two say? Literally, like, Dick Dastardly and Muttley over here? That's right, we're what they call... Oh my god. The 3 Skulkin Brothers!
What are you looking at me like that for? Don't let me in with you lot.
Oh, blimey, that's cold. Doesn't know what we're going through.
It's our other breath. Those contact women we have. We're scouring every shade corner of the capital.
The last time we came across you, the very spit of the bloke. Is that right, Rinko? Very spit of the bloke? Gregson!
He is, now she is. The very spit of him.
We decided there and then what we was gonna do. We was gonna call you. Oh my god.
What rough Sulky? Come on, leave it out, you two.
I think it was Sulky.
Sulky Skulkin? That's before he runs out of chips.
Well, Inspector Sulky Gregson.
I beg your pardon, my lord, but the name Tobias!
What I'd like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand.
The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft.
Why are we bothering to buy a single thing they say? Thieves are they, these three?
No, my lord, begging your pardon, but please don't let me in with this lot.
2 nights ago, these 2 brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. And in the course of their nefarious activities, became embroiled in a far more sinister crime.
By Jove, you mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence!
Eve, my lord, attempting to burglarize the pawn broker they witnesses Ioder's murder.
Box! The grand return of the box. I think it's been there in other cases, I just never really took notice of it before. Order! Order!
Various trespasses these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings,
Yeah, okay.
though they will naturally face trial in the very near future.
With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these judges on the straight and narrow.
Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I'll permit them to take the stand.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court.
I just now look back at the chat and see the best people in this case. Oh boy. I'm expecting some fun. Are they just the best people because they never bring up stereoscopes at any point, unlike everyone else?
Describe the events of the day in question and what exactly you saw.
Abritu!
Because the Skulkin's never skulkin'!
Get out of it!
Illegal entry. Who was walking down Baker Street in small hours and the gas stores are Jossie?
It was just like some kind of stat. Ready for us to go where it was?
Once we got inside court, blind me love me. We heard a gunshot from the back room. A bunch of Goombas.
We went to see what was what, but the door is locked from the inside.
We never done nothing, governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that nice and quiet. We didn't shoot nobody. Terrible coincidence it would seem. The precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot.
The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail.
You have still yet to explain why GM fell unconscious!
The door providing access to the storeroom for the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. Within, only the victim and the accused were found.
I must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case.
You've not explained the biggest and most obvious problem with this case! You've not even attempted!
The defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Counsel?
Yes. What's the matter, Bruno? Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by the pair in the sand. You know that's all nonsense, because I saw it with my own eye. I just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is.
Who was walking down Baker Street in the small hours and the golf stores are Jossie?
Hold it! Front door of Winterbanks was ajar, you say? What time of night was this?
Must be about 1. Right, Ringo?
Yeah, I'd say so. Right, Silky? How would I know? The place would have been shut at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town.
Well, what's pitch black inside? It's true. Ain't that right, Ringo?
I'm not so sure, Nash. You remember a little light burn inside. What about you, Silky, me old mucker? Leave me alone.
There's definitely a small lamp burning inside. Did we... Was the lamp a casualty? Because... This is important for me to know. I need to know the lamp was a casualty at any point. I will make it a casualty if I need to.
That's what alerted us to the situation in the first place. When these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Mr. Lestrade, already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
Objection!
That's pure conjecture! Perhaps, but changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder, simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside.
Right, that's what happened.
It was like some kind of sign. Big of us to go in, was.
Hold it!
What are you trying to suggest? That you to go in?
Well, God moves in mysterious ways, I say. Don't they, Ringo?
They do, Nash, they do. Must have been some sort of brothers, I reckon. God's will often presents itself as the whim of thieves, does it?
Weren't no whim, I'm dead sure of that.
It weren't, Nash, it weren't. Like we said at the time.
You don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it.
It was a sign that long the brother was inside.
They're not very good liars, are they?
Well, you can't deny it. That's what blood what looks just like our brother.
You should cut it out.
I'm just waiting for the reveal that he is, like, the third brother, but he's just, like, turned away from crime.
Maybe he didn't.
Oh,
The streets are getting a chomping today.
The ones who got inside could blind me, love it! We're a gunshot in the back room!
Hold it!
Gunshot, you say? Just the one. Are you sure about that?
Yep, just the one, Governor. I swear to that.
It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv?
Firearms belong to the victim himself.
Yes, Mr. Winterbank always used to leave his gun lying around on the counter.
Right, I remember.
We examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense.
Mr. Winterbank always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
For himself.
That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
You can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used as a murder weapon.
Yes, my lord, we can.
And I should remind the court, the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused.
Wonderful. Wait to see what was what, but the door is locked from the inside.
Hold it!
You need the door between the main shop and the storeroom? My learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there is only one other door, that of the storeroom.
Of course, there was only a little oil lamp burning, not much to see by.
Just a small, insignificant little lamp burning away.
The door was hidden behind the curtain, though.
That's right. You're right, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, which you think.
Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo.
Well, that's... yeah. Well, you have to say we ain't normal, eh?
You're not normal, but not in that way, I think. Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. Timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help. Each gentleman of the latter inclination. I learned Nipponese friend who seems of the former. Fuck you!
Alright, somehow I just proved I was a coward that night.
Thank you, counsels. I believe we all understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witnesses. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left it nice and quiet.
Hold it!
Didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
Well, it was Bedlam soon as, wasn't it?
Was Nash, it was! Didn't even have time to pull me dukes at me Lucy lockets. There was no time to take your hands out of your pockets, he just left. Nice and quietly, you say.
That's right, Governor. Nothing we hate more than violence. Peace-loving nibblers we are, not bludgers.
We are, Nash, we are! They don't even pull me dukes at me Lucy lockets.
But he clearly likes to believe.
Come again.
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night,
Did you not run to anyone else?
And
And did you not fire a gun at that person? And...
Sakes alive, they fired a gun, you say?
Ah!
Blimey, Governor!
You're telling us it was you in the doorway!
it was.
What a bleeding Nora! Didn't you mention that before?
You were on with a gun!
As you fled the scene, you fired that gun. And led its greatest detective, Herlock Schultz. You're the great Mr. Schultz.
I didn't hear that, actually. It was a rumor he'd been rushed to the hospital.
Wait, Schultz? It's beyond the pale.
On the main question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. The suspicious countenance rapidly gave them way. When searched, the firearm was indeed found in their possession. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot and fire from it. Prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers.
Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzle, as you say, Counsel. Or will hold this weapon as evidence.
Skulkin Brothers' gun. Firearm found in the possession of the Skulkin Brothers upon their arrest. There are signs that a single round was fired. He's gonna use what we say to essentially say, like, yes, he did fire the one single shot at Herlock Sholmes. Therefore, since only a single shot was fired, that means Gina, who held the other revolver, was the one who shot Windibank. Now, my learned eponymous friend.
Yes?
Here's to you successfully presenting the evidence. For yes, there are telltale signs of some powder in this gun, and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. Prosecution demands evidence that was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial. Eyewitness testimony? I mean, if it's just coming from us, it doesn't mean much, but...
Objection! Well, I don't need evidence! Because I was there!
Objection!
However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. Defense fails to provide evidence in support of its rash claim. You shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on.
There's these two fired that gun before they left Windibanks that night.
Court demands that all crimes are affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded a firearm into the pawnbroker shop that night?
Wait, where is... Where's the calendar? Bang bang.
So, there's ammunition still low in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders. Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it. Exactly. Well, they hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it? Yes, it happened almost as soon as we walked in through Windibank's door. Those brothers pay.
Did they ever even look at this properly?
This is Windibank's gun. The cylinder is completely empty. Windibank always used to keep this gun to hand on his shop counter. Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded, I understand. That's right, keep all the pawn articles that were in his care safe. As one bullet was fired that night, the poor man lost his life. Are you protecting his shop, I wonder? Keep the articles safe?
Oh. Is it really just I present the blood sample profiles because that has the calendar in it?
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio.
What on earth are you there, Counsel?
During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains.
Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you.
Fuck you.
Well, anyway,
Tell me where your police has prototype DNA evidence.
we analyzed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio.
You claim to have the evidence, of course, demanding therein.
Yes, my lord.
No more dallying then, Counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene?
Take that!
What is that? Explain.
The photographic print taken at Winterbank's pawnbroking on the day of the incident.
The scene of the crime, is it? Is that bullet hole? If my eyes do not deceive me, it appears the bullet is still lodged in there.
Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet appears in Mr. Winterbank's calendar. Date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
This occurred at 1 hour after midnight. This indicates that a separate shot had been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
That's right. And while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence the witnesses did fire a round from their gun at the pawnbrokers that night.
No! Order! I was wondering you should stand, Lord Van Zeeks. Throw it. Throw it right now. Do it. I dare ya.
That's the direction my learned friend wishes to take. Prosecution has no objection.
What?
A miserable little pile of secrets! But enough talk! Have at you!
I've been waiting for that for like 2 weeks. Forgive me for flinging my hollowed chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street. Take it easy there, Governor! You're gonna lay into the soup!
We had a deal! You're gonna get into the details! No, Soki! Set the book straight!
I have nothing to add.
We knew, did he? Basics knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes.
You see now, I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude.
What do you mean?
I mean is that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact.
What fact do you refer, Lord Van Zeeks?
As has been established at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brother's gun. However, if that shot found its target in Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the failed shooting of the proprietor and victim.
Ah!
In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Winterbank at all.
That's it.
Wow. Listen, we didn't have nothing to do with that.
We didn't, Nash, we didn't! That's why I reckon.
The crimes include unlawful entry into steal, perjury, and, let's not forget, attempted murder.
Right catalog, eh, fellas? Win for it now, Brim!
Now then, let's take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Verloc Sholmes. Seeing the man patronize the pawnbrokers and question somewhat regularly. Is he going with this? Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery.
Eccentric? Says who? Not me, don't give me that look.
All the pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop.
Oh! What are these right-handed recorders?
I forgot about the red-hand recorders, honestly. What's that, Counsel? It's the appearance of a photographic contraption. As your lordship has surmised, there's indeed a camera attached to a small timing device.
Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, he would be caught red-handed.
Prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the detective in the name in question. Oh man, a whole bunch of photographs! A whole bunch of photographs! I know what that's gonna mean in the future! Gore will observe copious identical prints are produced in quite desultory fashion. Rather prodigal, I feel. Not the photographs. In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. There's 2 whole devices! When they refer to the plans of the premises of their respective positions are here. These cameras produce a print every half hour. Pray I fail to see how that would help the anticipated thief control his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals. One can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. In any question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not on the camera. That's a bit of fire talk here, bro.
Hey, lucky loves are skulking.
Witnesses, at what time did your trespassing begin? Must have been just after 1. Right, bro?
Must have been, Nash. Must have been. Yeah, just gone 1.
In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let's examine the evidence. Oh? Good lord! It's the defendant! Miss Jill Lestrade! As the court can clearly see, Hughes is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. Without coercing the proprietor opened the door to his storeroom. Where was he at 9 AM though? Or 9 PM, whatever. Wait! One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. Gore will take this photographic print as evidence. If you please, counsel. Photograph taken automatically by the red-handed recorder showing the scene at a short time before the murder took place. Let's look at it. We only get the magnifying glasses for now. Oh yeah, there's that fool of a cat again. There's 1 AM. What's wrong with your hand? I'm taking a thorough look now just to see if there is anything to actually see in here. I probably won't realize if I see it, like the whole, brand whatever thing back in the first case, but...
I don't believe it. Ginny.
Short. Hughes is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Windibank.
Ah! I say, my lord.
He's talking. Wonder if I'm gonna put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. The bally bullet to the knee, the bow of Maliwan, the back Maliwan. Blech. The bally bullet to the knee in the bow of my wand, 1880, don't you know? Decorated for and all that, but forced to retire from service, sadly. Force of metal can never outshine you, but some chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. Battle of daily life, if you like. Here I am now leading this small squadron. 6 men all good and true. We'll all go down together, you mark my words. One for all, and all for one.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Is that what we were to understand?
Well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct?
Come on, you cannot possibly all be like, yeah, guilty already!
Now speaking, yes. There's the Gyarados Squadron's position, sir.
What? No! Still make a judgment here!
That's a rule for the court, men. On the double.
His lordship insists on promptitude at all times. That goes for making decisions, too.
I think you'll find the truth is clear as day now! I can reach out and touch it!
I wouldn't have left it in there. I just wouldn't. In all honesty, I can't actually remember.
I swear, you were the one who operated on Sholmes.
Situation clear. Stop. No one for doubt. Stop. Truth not undeniable. Stop.
I am very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky. Very well. I'll call upon each member of the jury to say his or her leaning in this matter. Now it's your considered verdict to the court.
Guilty.
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 Guys, this is getting old. This is the third time you literally, like, declared guilty before you even got out of, like, the first testimony, really. Before we're done, before even, like, 2 testimonies in, I think. It does indeed appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already. Like, at least one of you doesn't even have any clue what's going on here. Come on. This is a little ridiculous now.
That photograph, it must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. Jay didn't shoot him. No, of course not. My lord, the defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination.
Doing the summation examination one more time. Very well, the court grants permission.
So, refusing with defeat again. How unsurprising.
Racist bastard. Jesus. You've been through this like 3 times. It's honestly ridiculous that you keep getting these sorts of cases where the jury just is like, oh yeah, guilty, before even 2 whole testimonies in. Shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. And I'll explain to you all why it is bullshit.
Judicial findings. Here's contentions.
All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketinny.
As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated.
That's not an explanation! I think you'll find it if you look at this photograph in stereo, the jewels will just pop out!
I have left it in there. I should think there'll be repercussions by now.
Wait a minute, no, stop! Global radio transmission verdict to follow. Stop! Mother, let me say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent.
Circumstances of this crime and evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. Storeroom locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. In the accused's hand, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention this print! Think from the chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling the bally trigger.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes. Dear, all these cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you.
Gina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. Which means there's more to this situation than we've yet to see. Agreed.
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
Jury examination. Defense's rebuttal.
All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocketinny. John, you've been through a case with us. You should know better by now.
Hold it!
You're Mr. Natsumi's landlord, Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? You really must stop being like this.
Oh, you're that lawyer chap. Well, there's a throw for the books. Yeah, it's rather a turbulent time we had back then.
Some extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. And we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? I mean, obviously, I wouldn't be suggesting that therefore you should change your leading to not guilty or anything.
Happy to know, I suppose. Girls at the Garadeb house is the talk of the town in that business. Or just moved out and I couldn't get Bally sold to take up the tenancies.
Oh.
I haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet. I know that the old girl's clapped up.
Clapped up, huh?
Yes, can't be denied. You did do rather a lot. Not for us, that's for Dash and CERN.
I suppose not.
Of course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here, obviously.
Obviously. But honestly, I really wish he'd pay more attention to the trial and listen to juror number 2. Huh? That house me, I should like to see all the filthy eyesores properly and rigorously eliminated.
Hold it!
That's not a reason! Polishing the bench, I see. Again. Means work is never done. The blemishes remain. What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores? On my way to the market for his lordship, I had to pass through the east end. This is all bears, horses, and crossmen. The scum of the earth. A little harsh, perhaps? To be plain. But up to me, all those backslums we made spick and span are eradicated. That's pretty classist, I think? And we have people like the Great Detective working to achieve these important goals. You're referring to Mr. Harlock Sholmes? That's right, I had to keep abreast of his exploits by reading Grant's magazine between my duties. He just wonders cleaning up loans in the streets. My opinion should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Mr. Sholmes, a maid. I imagine there was a lot of talk of Sholmes in a maid uniform when this came up in Lamb's playthrough of this. It's really quite unforgivable. Gutter scum having the audacity to issue our very greatest detective. That was the 2 guys here, not Gina! Minor detail, it was the 2 brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant. Minor detail indeed. Well, gutter scum as far as I'm concerned. Well, it just might be an idea to get her facts straight away. Yes, alright. I'll amend my statement. Brothers are the scum of the earth. We should swing pursuing the great detective.
Hold it!
That's still not a reason I declare Gina still guilty! What the f— I agree with you. Shooting Mr. Sholmes was an unforgivable act. The purpose of this trial is to determine who shot the pawnbroker, Mr. Windibank. I'm afraid you're splitting hairs, sir. That is literally the entire point of the trial! Splitting hairs! Sorry? Whether it was the thieves or the pick purse, still gutter trash that shot the pawnbroker in the end. Filth that should be cleaned up and eradicated, my considered opinion. Thanks so much for sharing. Changing this mate's mind isn't going to be easy. But no, it was one of those 2 brothers that shot Hurley, wasn't it? Yes, without question. Well then, I'll never forgive him. Oh, Iris. Perhaps we can use this mate's statement to help us somehow, do you think? Yes, maybe. Let's listen carefully to what each juror has to say first. I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in the serial, it'll just pop out!
Hold it!
What do you have to say about this, Mr. Stereoscope Man?
What do you mean, look at the photograph in the stereo? Me? No! Sorry, what? No, you know? You look at the photograph like quite normally! This is all the pickpocket girls who have to shoot the victim, obviously!
Objection!
Fuck you. Oh, shoot.
There's no indication the defendant ever fired the gun! Ah, I'm saying is if you look at the same print of stereo, you reveal all sorts of new information. Do we have the same print in a second form? By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes? Are you a fan of stereoscopes, sir? Do I have to count this guy? Yes, absolutely. Oh, shoot.
Oh, how'd you know?
We're not done with the stereoscope count. The count never ends.
Oh, how'd you know?
Let's call it a lucky guess.
Never gets old seeing two prints merged into one before your eyes.
I imagine it does get very old, actually.
It's extraordinary. It's captivating. It's a high of modernity.
Of course.
But yes, I think the stereoscope is here to stay.
It sure is. The stereoscope count is sure here to stay, alright.
Here's new perspectives you only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world's ever seen.
Well, you can give me a new perspective on this case. I agree with you. He's the worst because he loves stereoscopes. He is Jake's mortal nemesis. If I have left it in there, I should think there'll be repercussions by now. Hold it!
What have you been muttering about all this time, sir? Are you telling about having left something somewhere or something like that?
So sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon. I'm incredibly concerned.
Surgeon? That totally passed me by.
Ryunosuke! Ryunosuke!
Ryunosuke, please!
Of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no!
Even though me and my kind are the forefront of medical science, the real brains of the field! So, what is it you think you left behind?
Well, that's a little embarrassing to be honest. You're gonna get sued for medical malpractice in the near future. I don't think I can defend you. See, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing went through the abdomen. When I finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. That is textbook medical malpractice.
What? Did he? Surely not!
Exactly. Surely not. You say to yourself, don't you? Why can't everyone read your mind, Ryunosuke? Worrying isn't. That's what's been troubling me this whole time.
Could I really have left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't! So, there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really.
That's not a reason to declare guilty! That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter.
That's exactly my concern, seeing as this case appears to be all but sewn up. I need to focus on trying to remember exactly where I've sewn up elsewhere. Now, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, as sure as you can be without being sure.
I'm sure you need to be more sure.
Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission of bird to follow. Stop.
Hold it!
Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean? You're from the Far East. Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan. Communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal Mail steamer took more than a month to complete the journey. Ah, but now you have the electric telegram. It's a message using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid along the ocean beds connecting the entire world. Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? It makes my head hurt just thinking about it.
Oh, well informed, young lady.
Cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop! And just when I was starting to catch up.
Every time it's the future. Stop! I should just carry over airways to 4 corners of the globe. Stop! Excitement growing. Stop! Atmosphere electric. Stop!
Lady! Right. Try not to wear out your fingers.
Air wireless telegraphy. Stop! Flaming technological revolution. Stop! People see inventions like the stereoscope on the highest technology. She is here to say, fuck stereoscope. It's all about radio.
Whatever, piffle. I can't understand it. I really can't. It's silly toys.
Good. Oh boy, I think he's gonna have something to say. Everything counts. Everything counts. Every time stereoscope is brought up, counts. I'm sorry, Jake. This is the way science has to be. Don't worry. Don't worry when we go through this conversation again in the very near future. I'm not gonna make you count her saying. I'm not gonna make you count her talking shit about stereoscopes again. We're trying to not inflate the count, but we want an accurate count.
Don't spare any feelings, will you?
Because I don't think there's anyone here who likes stereoscopes, like Jake.
Why exactly do you think the defendant is guilty? It's quite simple. We haven't been shown a scrap of evidence to suggest that she isn't the culprit. Just as radio waves dash through the sky as fast as me, I can see. So we should dash the conclusion of this trial and stop pandering to indiction. Indiction. What? What the fuck?
In Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not Villain Borshev, the Russian revolutionary.
Pet the rat, pet Belle. Belle's here with us, suffering the horrors of stereoscopes. Pet your Belle today. It's fine. In like 40 minutes, there will be no more stereoscopes for the rest of the day.
Revolutionary! I believe there is such a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal.
Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out.
For the rest of the day. Until next week, buddy. Until next week.
People call me revolutionary, murderer,
Autocrat. That means it will come again. Okay, until case 5 is done, we will bring back the stereoscope count as much as needed.
And which glove fits?
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I'd like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Right, that doesn't sound staged at all. Forgive me for having my doubts.
I feel like vicious criminal all the time. It is weary, painful. People don't realize.
I keep saying, like, anything that's with a V. He keeps saying, like, stuff with a V with a W, but I keep wondering if I should just do, like, the Russian accent thing of, like, the V sound anyway. I can't tell if that's just, like, supposed to be him, like, overcompensating for, like, the whole, like, Russian V and W thing, or if he's just doing it with a very thick Russian accent and they're just being like, oh yeah, W, but, you know, V anyway.
I have much sympathies for these brothers. You will say they are criminals only because of how they look.
Vulcan brothers?
Maybe they went inside Pomeros's shop. They have done nothing wrong. That's all I want to say.
Vulcan brothers did nothing wrong that night? Alright, well, first of all, that's one natural little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris. What is it, Bruno? Jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London Town, aren't they? Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? In that case, I said that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary. I wish I knew. I can't change the minds of more than half these 6 jurors. The trial will be over. We know that Jay would never shoot anyone. Yes, we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. Must be ready to go with whatever lengths they have to convince them of Gina's innocence.
Alright, well, I suppose there is, one thing I can do for now. One juror wants to see the brothers hanged for being pickpockets and thieves. The other is convinced of their innocence.
Objection!
two statements clearly contradict each other. Good lord! Counsel, explain yourself! Oh my statement? Contradictory?
Contradict. C-O-N.
Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick.
I do not have the stick. I have mouse. Yes, you do have bell.
Can I have bell? I want my own bell. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene of the night of the question, they fired a shot from their revolver. Yes, they shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen, I understand. Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear.
Abdomen.
There?
Sorry. My English is still learning.
You are telling the court you didn't hear.
Forgive me, I did not hear.
Ugh.
Ah, here's one. Abdomen. Part of a person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. It is what you mean, you should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker.
I thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again.
So, you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before we never done nothing, but truth is, they shot detective. Ah, this is double negative.
Yes, that's exactly right. No, Bell! Don't hurt Bell! He doesn't deserve this.
Lying is wrong, especially when lies said by a person who looks like criminals.
Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced.
This means, when they said we never took nothing, maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true?
Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so...
Enough! I trust no one now!
It's not the mouse's fault, though, sir. Don't hurt Belle. Give Belle to me. I'll protect Belle. I'll take care of Belle.
I must see with own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself.
Everything won't be Yes, it is, Bruno. Easily. Sorry. Prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. Ah. Yeah, I have to print the pictures to me in the next print from half an hour later. They'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not. Gooey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ooey.
Tut. Calling on prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. And showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Following this, the victim and the accused moved to the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered the shop and summarily heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. This was taken after Hurley was shot, then. As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken. Does seem to be the case. Oh. Do you notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print? But I think things were slightly ajar there.
The brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. They shot man, but they stole nothing.
It seems so, yes.
Good.
No, not good!
You were right, I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial.
That's one. Don't think that'll be enough for the maid? Yay! Well done, Bruno! The balance is shifting! Well, it's a star, I suppose. There must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. I can do that, just might turn the situation to our favor still.
Thank you, counsel. Continue with the summation examination.
Kindly hand that new photograph I printed to the bailiff to be filed as evidence. Oh, shooting photograph. Photograph taken automatically by the red-hand recorder showing the scene after the murder taking place. Another print of the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that. I wonder if we can make use of that.
Like the lives of many dead fish. You must find truth. Therefore, I say not guilty verdict.
That wasn't enough for number 2, though. Nothing else to say about that, though? Nothing else to say about that.
Hold it!
Alright.
Excuse me.
Turn number 3. I interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but... What? You perhaps have something to say about turn number 5's last remark? As if I can guess. Oh, you better do! Say that again! Go on! I dare you! Goodness, are you talking to me? I think you just might be, yes. You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh?
Maybe. I think Jake certainly thinks they're, not fun toys, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, really, a machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions. Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. What a great way to appease the man. No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. You just don't know! Pardon? I think you'll find I'm viewing a photograph through a stereoscope! Come on, all sorts of possibilities! And I was going to demonstrate!
Demonstrate for us.
What sort of possibilities? Take a crime scene, for example. You have a pair of photographs from a crime scene that you can view through a stereoscope.
No. Yes. No. Jake is molding right now.
You're really close, you never even noticed before. What? You got any, Bruno?
Don't say it again. Hey, first we can look at with a stereoscope. Yes.
How about this friend here? You should do the trick, I think.
Take that!
Alright, then, turn number 3.
Iris, don't you again, please. I'm doing the stereoscope count again.
Did you count that one? I think you do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints. Of course I can! Very well then, I'll need you to demonstrate. I'd be delighted to! Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all!
Take that!
Alright, these 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and window banks on the main question. Yes, I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. You know how stereographic images work? I don't think stereographic counts. No, that's not stereoscope, that's stereograph, so that doesn't count. Do you understand the principles? There was some other...
Yeah, no, we're just stereoscopes. We're not gonna do stereographic. That's a little too much. There we go. Get to see stereo nope in action.
You understand the principle? Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. Right and left eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in positions of some objects. And when you re-merge those 2 images together inside your head, notice there's a shift as if it were depth.
Yes, exactly. I mean, well, I am leaving the count up to you, so I am leaving, like, what constitutes as a stereoscope mention up to you, so if you want to say stereographic also counts, you can. The small shift between certain objects in the two pictures is really important. Iris, don't cross-eye again, please. We're gonna get more cross-eyed Iris in this case. What happens if you use two photographs that are exactly the same, then? Well, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene through three-dimensionally, anyway. Oh! Oh! Of course, now I see. Oh, I think the other girls discovered the secret. I have! There it is! Cross-eyed Iris, here to haunt you once again. Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me? I'm gonna look at these two pictures in front of the camera, Runo. Go on! Yeah, you really can't do it. It doesn't help that, like... It doesn't help that... Even if... It doesn't help that it's hard to focus on, like, the, stuff that's, like, still in the picture when there's, one picture with a very big change of having people in it. Even there's a really obvious difference between them. It'd be so much easier. Of course, that wouldn't work if it was just, like, a flip-through sort of thing. Of course there is. There are two people in the first and no people in the second. Well, yes, you can see that straight away. But now, I look at these pictures in 3 dimensions. Alright, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the 2 pictures overlap exactly. Well, let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the little pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Wait. Well, did you manage to see it properly, Runo? No. I'm just not very good at this, that's the trouble. Oh, don't worry, I have just a thing. I happen to bring with me a portable stereoscope! I know I mentioned this yesterday, but if you've had that contraption with you from the outset, you have saved me staring at Mr. Winterberg and Gina like I hate them all the time! All that time. If you remember, I said in reply, it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I can't see the effect with my own eyes, so screw it. Anyway, why don't we try using this helpful aid now? Here goes! We do have the portable stereoscope with us. The deep sigh. The deep sigh of pain. She did say she had a portable stereoscope with her. I haven't bring me a portable stereoscope, so that's a new one. Now, let's see what we've got. Wait, look at that! Ah! What's going on with these 2 pictures? The things on the counters they just sort of jump out at you. Yes! That's it, you see? That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes! Stereoscopes. Other amazing power.
We'll explain this black magic.
Are we gonna get everyone just cross-eyed?
Why the deuce are some of those other things on the counters to jump out at you like that, hmm? What a disgrace.
To the series!
So angry. So angry about the fact that we just have... This whole case was just made on, like, One of the writers literally just said, I want to make a case where everyone's just being cross-eyed. Like, constantly for the case. Someone was just like, I really want to make cross-eyed sprites of people. Someone was like, yeah, let's do it, a whole case about stereoscopes.
I think if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question.
You made the whole case do it. Oh god, I'm dying.
Basic principles of the stereoscope. As I said before, you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't look at all. Slight shifts in the position of certain objects until you see pictures three-dimensionally.
In other words,
When at first glance, it seems the objects on the camera haven't moved at all between the two pictures.
wait, did I miss one myself? Yes, I did. I glossed over it for a second there.
When at first glance, it seems the objects on the camera haven't moved at all between the two pictures.
I'm talking about, please. I am a little surprised that, like, they literally were just like, yeah, let's just make a whole entire case about stereoscopes. Like, they really laid into this gimmick. Like, there's so many other things about this case that, like, we'll get, like, a one-off mention. And here it's just, like, stereoscopes, and we build an entire case around it.
It shows that actually, there must have been a slight shift in their positions. Yes, there must have been.
Fuck this case. Now hold fire there, sir. No reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I say. Why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place? What was the answer, foe? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master.
What? Me? I have the first idea! No, Bruno, it's quite simple. It is? Let's take it through step by step. First photograph was taken at 1 AM. Then 30 minutes later, second photograph was taken. This shows some items on the camera appear to have shifted slightly in the interim. Blah. That means... It means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter.
Zookers!
Not tampered! No information! Stop! No mention of testimony so far! Stop! Yes. I have to go around in circles a little here, it seems. I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in this summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is now clear. You know the items on the countertop were removed. By whom?
Are you suggesting you might know?
Of course! I can tell you right now who's responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. In this incident who broke into the window banks on the night of the murder was his brother and accomplice Ringo. He claims to be a professional baddie by trade.
Literally the exact same? Wait, Ringo's the older one? When are we gonna get a stereoscope print of Nash and Ringo?
Take that!
The witness is currently in the stand. Gulkin Brothers.
Wait, this does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. They said that they not even have time to pull Dukes from Lucy Lockets. My first book says Dukes is meaning hands and Lucy Lockets is meaning pockets. Was this another lie? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm afraid so. Hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that. I agree. Hughes is a common pick purse after all. Perfectly possible she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely.
Why exactly?
As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, she was coercing Mr. Windibank to open the storeroom door.
I got a little confused there when he said learned friend. I was like, wait, do we switch over to Lord Van Zeeks? What the hell?
In other words, the street's intents lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All which points to one thing. Skulkin Brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony. He uses a pick purse, common gutter trash, while looking further into the wrongdoer here. Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madam. No better. In fact, worse, they're pickpockets.
We gonna judge... Renosuke, we gonna get your, tier list of, thieving crimes? Hey there, Poppet. How you doing today?
I believe these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, who condemn the defendant on the grounds that she's a pickpocket, would not at least be right and proper, thoroughly scrutinized testimony given against her by two thieves. Well said.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm having fun. Having fun with, the breakdown, my good friend Jake.
Everyone would like to hear more from the shady pair.
What?
He used his head before I didn't notice. You'll see now. I think if I'm stereoscopes are in playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand.
Oh man, here we go again. That's another one for the counter.
Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Let's purchase at the trial. Stop. We'll turn home via Regent's shop. Stop.
Damn, she's actually been convinced about stereoscopes. Well, it seems this trial has yet to run its course. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. Hereby call this summation examination conclusion with the balance altered in the defense's favor. Who lean to guilty, or lean to not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. I order this trial to continue.
Yay! Well done. Oh, by the way, what? You should hold on to this, Bruno. You never know when it might come in useful. Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely.
Well, I have a feeling it's gonna be far, far, far more than twice. The stereoscope! We have it in our inventory now! Does this count as 2 mentions, or...?
Jake, you judge. A full device that allows anybody to enjoy seeing things in 3 dimensions simply by looking through the eyepieces.
I'm waiting for Jake's reaction now. I don't want it! Lord Van Zeeks. You will instruct the witnesses in the court to demand additional testimony from them.
Sure will swell the kid to do so, my lord. I want myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. I won't stop probing them until proving that Gina's innocent.
Now I gotta ask myself a little important question. Do I just stop here? It's almost 240. Not quite 3, but... does make for a good stopping point still. 10 more minutes, or... I'll go for a little bit longer. I want to get more progress in. We'll go for another, like, 10-ish minutes. Give or take. Order, please. Let's resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. Presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination.
Oh, yeah, governor.
I did, Gov. I did.
I've already forgotten his voice. I've already forgotten both their voices.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin.
Oh, blimey!
This is going to be hard work. Early in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Mr. Windibank's.
What was Bedlam soon as, word?
It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull any dukes at me lucid lockets. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Oh, blimey! Without any question, you rattled through the items on the victim's counter.
We have to know this.
How'd you figure it out?
We'll now give formal testimony once again. We'll tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth.
Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again.
Let me throw it again. Only counting it for the throw, because that's how it went in Castlevania.
But worth pondering, perhaps.
That one I'll go for yeah.
We'll blab, we'll squeal, we'll preach.
Yeah, it said peach, but whatever. This testimony, illegal entry, the whole truth.
Alright, we did knock a few things over. We weren't rifling for nothing.
It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Man's both jumping and all that stuff went flying.
No, man, you didn't have to give me a fright. Who was thinking the shoe would come out the door and get us next?
I could have been back when we found it in Scotland. Straight him in the black.
We have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we?
So you admit to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Winterbank's countertop on the night in question.
Not ransack, Governor, no.
That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tied up. Yeah. Sorry.
By their own admission, just entered the pawnbroker under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled. Shot. They first made good their mess.
What are you saying? We hardly sound like roughs at all.
We don't, Nash. We don't. Can't you make it sound a bit more cutthroat?
Can't you be a coincidence the events showed up at the Winterbanks that night? There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it.
Alright, we did knock a few things over. We weren't rifling for nothing.
Hold it!
If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that fact in the first place?
Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we?
We ain't, Nash. We ain't. We made it something like that. People think we was up to no good.
What was that Ringo Mule China?
China? Mule China?
What?
You know, it lands us in even more trouble.
In fact, now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony,
That's exactly what you've done. Landing yourselves in even more trouble.
Oh, well,
that's rotten luck. Says the rotten apple eater.
Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why'd you ransack the victim's counter?
we never ransacked nothing.
Right, Nash, right. Well, we tied the place up. Sorry. Well, when we heard the gunshot, see? Man's both jumping and all that stuff went flying.
Hold it!
So what you're saying is, sad the gunshots shocked you so much, you knocked all those things off the counter.
Well, shot one of us that much, yeah. Like a nurse needs to learn to keep it shut on.
Knuckles down, right? Blimey, we did great. We're gonna let that bang.
Bro here screamed like a blooming baby and fell over the counter. He knocked over a little box, a candlestick, and some skull walnut.
I got Taylor to marry that one knocked over a picture frame. What knocked them skills on the floor?
You really mastered working quietly then.
Well, bracket. Great, we've been scared back into a grave with a clatter like that.
So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise.
Then some. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse and all of a sudden, bang! Bam! Bam! Bam!
Picture the scene, right? I had a shot. Next thing I know, there's a skull rolling across the floor.
That doesn't bang the pitch black. I ain't gonna forget that in a hurry, I can tell you.
Yet despite being so scared, you had the composure to tidy the mess you've made.
What do you mean, Gov?
I imagine most people would have left the rolling skull and fled without a second thought.
Why give the Skulking Brothers a bad name? That's we're tight.
Well, pardon me for the slander.
No, man, you didn't have to give me a threat. We're taking the shoe come out the door. Guess next.
Hold it!
So, you didn't try to open the storeroom door then?
On your life.
I'm definitely glad that I did, but the wind wrapped me. Anyway, the door was locked. Wait, the way I was opening.
Yes, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe.
What stuff it was from the inside.
Right, so we had no way of knowing what was going on there, did we?
Unless there's some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Like through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps.
Don't ring no bells.
Don't light no lights. Wait, I can't remember when we knows anything like that.
There's no cutting our teeth in this game, see? One day.
We've really cut the mustard.
Please, cut it out. As we know, behind that door is the victim's lifeless body. The accused not 2 feet away. Yes, unfortunately. Dean was in there unconscious, gun in her hand. Confirm, would it be correct to say that neither of you stepped foot inside the storeroom?
That's right, Jeff. That's right.
But not if we want to.
Look at everything back when we found it in Scarborough. Change them in the black.
Hold it!
Yes, whereupon you fire a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, yeah, we was a bit hasty there.
It wasn't actually was. Who's been told wheels all the way shaking like a leaf when you lock turned up?
You're shaking like a leaf, don't put a little gun in your hand.
Good advice, miss. Good advice.
Ruby told me mine looked totally blank.
Before you might go totally blank, make sure you don't have a little gun in your hand.
Mental little maid, miss.
I did that. We laid it down the street, but basically we looked dodgy to the coppers or some stuff. But they caught the derbies on us like winking.
And after you've been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct?
Well, yeah.
Well, listen, I proves it, didn't it? Eh? We're gonna shut the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we?
Hold it!
And why should we believe that?
Eh? What? Well, because it's true, isn't it?
Where's the Sylvierchii we went?
At that time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, 2 witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbroker, Mr. Windibank. Correct?
You got it, mister.
Down to a T.
The Skulking brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windibank. Is that really true, I wonder? That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony? What is it, Bruno? You look very fierce. I can pour you some herbal tea if you're tired. Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. You're such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It is nothing more than a feeling, though. I have no proof to support it. Well, feelings can be very logical at times. Sorry? People's expressions, the movements of their eyes, the words they choose. You take all that in and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling like you described. You conclude there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why, that's all. I think you should trust your instincts. Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Oop. Nope. Second one.
Hold it!
Gregson, you had something to say there?
Is that right. Excuse me.
Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? What can you say? I don't appreciate being let in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seem to react just now, what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? Probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention. Only, well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for question last night. The statement they gave then told a slightly different story of what they're saying now.
Did it?
You claimed you had the victim shot from the album for the gunshot. I've got mine. Doesn't ring a bell now you mention it. Oh, weasels. Lying straight to the court. Straight in the court. Yeah, it's only a minor detail, but still. I'm feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas?
I may discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hereto proven to be. They'll be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them. Easy, easy!
Okay, right this time!
That's it! Yep! It's all coming back to me now!
Then speak! Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds, sirs. There you are, Gov. For the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun!"
Hold it!
In fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously. We did, Gov, we did!
Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we are kind of wavering voice before the yell and all.
If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun! Bam!
Yeah! Do it, skit! Got the thing.
Current acting tragically missed.
See what would make for a great, Boki and Tsukumi routine.
Where were the voices coming from? Can you tell? Of course we could! The other side of that door behind the counter it was! In the storeroom where the victim was found dead. The voice you heard was that of the victim, Mr. Winterbank. I grabbed his leg, of course it was!
Oh, it's Granny's life, of course it was!
So, that would mean that you both knew Mr. Winterbank and the sound of his voice?
So that would mean what?
What, Nash? What? Any ideas?
This council indeed would. No, we didn't know the geezer.
I was supposed to know when that book and all the fine 50 clobberers giving us the evil eye. If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true. On me, Granny's life it is!
On his Granny's life, it must be.
Good job, his Granny's dead.
Samurai.
Summarize then. Immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then heard the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor. You make it sound like we're clumsy!
Don't forget we tied up after the good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it, Blood what owned the place was old a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl. Oh. Oh,
Hold it!
One more press and then I'm gonna call it.
Saying Mr. Winterbank had a gun in his hands?
Oh yeah, but that was a say. Them two waving them guns at each other must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, "If you don't walk, you're shot."
It really sounded like a man. Of an empty threat, you could say. The Winterbank was known to keep a revolver in his shop counter at all times. We'll say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he rarely put a bullet in if required.
Someone, unfortunately, given what we learned about him, it was probably his own head.
That someone being himself, of course.
Yeah, there is.
Good grief! Extraordinary devotion indeed, alarmingly misguided. Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Well, the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. This goes proper.
I wish he'd squeeze the trigger instead of wasting time shouting. Give me that gun!
It was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot?
It was more or less at the same time, Gov.
Give me that gun! Bam!
Fine.
Kind of thing.
Yes, career in acting very tragically missed.
We were to stop someone hitting the deck. Well, everything went dead quiet.
And then we done a slide dash job tying the place up.
Objection!
Taking on the main question, we'll do more of this later. I actually do need to go now. It's just about 3 o'clock. Go ahead and just close this down, and let's go find ourselves a raid target. Unfortunately, I already decided to look into to see if there are any VTubers playing Great Ace Attorney, and unfortunately it does not appear to be any other VTubers playing Great Ace Attorney. I see like one other person, but don't think they are. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they're not. They're definitely not a VTuber, unfortunately. So I have a few options. There's I think I rated the GOAT last time I streamed, so I think I'll try to pick someone else. I think literally the last, or was that? Let me recheck my notes. Yeah, I literally rated Moss last time. The only other, I suppose we can go for. I see two other people I follow, but I don't know either of them really well enough to. One of them's got a big thing going on. I feel awkward rating in with like very few voters into like things that are like over a certain threshold of views. I really do need to go actually, so you know, yeah, we will raid his Moss once again. Thank you everybody for joining me today. Next week, more gonna continue the case. We may or may not have more Stereoscopes accounts. Maybe. I'm honestly surprised. I knew it was gonna be a lot. We went from like 3 to like 36. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh man, so next week more Great Ace Attorney, and also I found out recently I will not have Thursday night plans other than the usual work, so after I get out of work, we will finally return to Persona 4. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I hope to see you for the next stream. See you then!